Eagles fly. Let's peep the squad. Big Pat shelling Dante the Dark Jive. Drop the stats on him, drop the facts on him. Spur King, baby, let's get it on.
Hey fam, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight, and welcome to another edition of Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. I said the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. We're just like the networks. We are broadcasting everything from home, and today I decided to broadcast from the backyard, from the deck, from the backyard oasis. So that's where I am. My co-hosts are their home in Philadelphia, and we're going to talk about game by game predictions of the upcoming season here. So we're going to take it game by game. The first quarter, we're going to do the first quarter of the season. Second quarter, the next 4 games. Third quarter, the next 4 games. And then the fourth quarter, we're going to do the final 4 games. So all of us together are going to be able to predict game by game what we think the upcoming season is going to be like. And I know it's a little premature because maybe not all the dealings are done. We might be adding a player or two before actual training camp starts. I understand that there may even be a delay to the season. I don't know, because of the pandemic we're going through right now. But this is all we have to do now, so we're going to do that. So that's what we're going to do. So let me bring on my co-host. And where is he? Patrick is. We got one is not here, but Patrick is here. And do that, and bingo, there is Pat. Pat should be there. Yo, Pat, what's up?
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Good to be here finally. Finally, we're here.
Let me see. Let me go to the comments. I got to do the comments off the phone. So, but Pat, we're going to go. You have the numbers. We're going to do the numbers too. The numbers were handed out too. Why don't you look up the numbers and see what everybody, the new numbers of the main new additions are going to have. You got them right there?
Yeah, I got them right in front of me.
All right. Why don't you?
So I'm just going to go in number order. We got to start the quarter, man. We got to start the quarter. I know I've been on last week, but I still remember rules.
Yeah. Well, I'm not ready to do a shot, so just do that. I'll start the quarter. We got a couple minutes.
All right, cool. I'm gonna start with the numbers. With the rookies, Jalen Hurts will be number 2. Jalen Ragnar will be number 18. K1 Wallace, number 42. Devon Taylor, 52, linebacker. Sean Bradley, 54. Casey Toohill, 56. Drake Driscoll, 63. Prince Taga Wanagago, 72. Quez Watkins, 80. And John Hightower will be number 82.
All right, so we got a couple of numbers being that were former players that people are taking. Number 2 is David Akers. How dare they give out David Akers' number? But we're going to talk about that. But we've already pressed the button, so I got to start this first quarter. I got the comments up here on the phone. I think I'm gonna have to take my sunglasses off. And you're not drinking, huh? Wow, man, we miss you guys. A whole week is going by.
I got a Corona.
Oh, you got a Corona. All right, cool. All right, I have the Crown Royale. So let me start the quarter first.
You're now listening to the
All right, so you are watching the Eagles Talk, where we like to talk about our favorite Philadelphia team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage. So this week I am partaking in the Crown Royale. That's what we do. We take a shot at the beginning of the quarter. So I'm doing the Crown Royale. My partner over there has no libations, so he's not going to be partaking this week. This is a role reversal here. Usually I'm not taking the shot, but I guess I'm going to be taking it half of all of it. So everybody out there, you know what the deal is. You know the drill. Get your shots ready, and let's do this. So let me just I have to do all production myself. So let me do this. Here we are. Everybody down the hatch. Oops. 3, 2, 1. So, all right, David Akers' number is taken now. Who else's number was reissued?
Yeah, it's gone.
Who else's number was reissued?
Barry Gardner. Gardner, number 42. I mean, I'm 52. I'm sorry, number 52. Jeremiah Trotter, number 54.
Wow.
And
they gave out Trott's number? Oh, my goodness.
a couple older guy. Yeah, they gave out Trott's number.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, they gave out Trott's number.
They gave out Trott's number. They gave
So,
out Quick's number too, didn't they? 82, right?
Yeah, they gave out Mike Quick's, 82.
Ah, that's horrible too. Oh my
I mean, listen, you got to make the team and show up. That means that they gave you a great number. That means you got to ball out. You got to ball out.
Man, that's some bull crap, Pat. Yeah, they have to ball out, but I think that's disrespect to the people who wore that number before them. Trott's number should be retired. That's how I feel. Mike Quick's number should be
you know what?
retired also.
Trot-
That's how I feel.
You know what? As much as I want to say, his number should be retired, I think it should be done like, the numbers should be retired to the team, but it should be like a passed down number.
All right, okay. Let me go to some comments.
So when when you do something good, but
why am I blurry? What the heck happened here?
you're outside chilling, you got the smoke in your face.
I shouldn't have a smoke on my face. No smoke should be in my face. Why is my face? Why am I blurry? This is not cool. Did I hit something by mistake?
I guess I need glasses or contacts.
All right.
Right.
I'm gonna let you take the screen for right now because I need to know why I am blurry, and I don't know why I'm blurry. So while I do that,
got you. Let me go to the All right, the first one in the room, first comic in the room comes from Neil DTA Hallman. What up, fam? Long time no talk. Sorry, been a little busy. We have been too. I went back to work Monday. Tony Burrell, giddy up. Was it good day from down under? Good day. Okay. Bill Crow, what's up? Dante, Eagles family, what's going on, bro? Daphne Nicole, hey guys, what's going on, everybody? Good. Dante's getting his camera fixed. He'll be right back. Ricky Long, Hightower is going to be a beast. I believe so too. I believe John Hightower is going to really step up. He's going to surprise a lot of people with his ability, his playmaking ability, and he's going to end up making this team. He's going to make this team either as a fifth wide receiver or the sixth wide receiver. But that's down the road. These guys got to really show and prove during training camp or the small sample size that they're going to be able to show to the coaches during this shortened pandemic. Definitely cold. Peach crown for me. James, what's good? Coat 45, 2 zigzags. Yeah, they gave out Trout's number now. Ricky Long, somebody last season had 54. You know what? Somebody did have 54 last season. I can't remember who it was.
All right, okay. So
25 is free. 25 ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, 25. I don't think 25 should even come back. That's my take on it. I don't want to see Shady back.
25 is about to be retired.
All right.
Yeah. 25 is about to be retired, so.
Bill Crow says that Sunday will be his first day off in the month, and I'll watch NASCAR race. I just want to see something. Wow, Bill, one day off. I take it you're essential personnel, so thank you for your service. JT, what's good, fam? What's good, JT? Numbers should be given by talent. Yeah, they should, but some numbers should be retired. I think that's just my belief. All right, so you guys are in there, man. pretty soon when we get back to normal, I'll be able to put your guys' comments on the screen again. I know you guys like to see that, and I like to do it because I can just do it right from the computer. So it's a lot simpler for me to be able to do that. So hopefully we'll have that together by next week. But like the title of the show says, we're going to go game by game and do a prediction of the upcoming 2020 season. So you guys follow along and let me know as we go. I guess I'm going to need the schedule, huh? All right, so I guess I'm going to need to pull the schedule up.
I got you.
All right, okay. All right, so game 1 is against the Redskins. I do know that. So game 1, Redskins are starting at their second-year quarterback, Haskins. They have the number 2 pick in the draft, Chase Young, a beast. Sweat on the other side, another beast. Well, presumed beast. And they have 2 interior defensive linemen that are now healthy. So we're going to see a revamped Washington defense week 1 upcoming season. Where are we playing them? Are we playing them down in Washington?
Let me pull up another schedule. I believe that's down in I think that's here.
You gotta pull up
Let me pull up another
schedule
schedule because that doesn't tell me on
where
this Philadelphia Eagles. No, it doesn't. And that's the Philadelphia Eagles game by game schedule. This is to say the teams.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. While our crack intern looks that up, it depends on where it is. Okay?
I got it right here. We at FedEx Field.
All right. So the first game is on the road against the Washington Redskins. I'm going to give us. I'm going to say it's tough, but I'll give us a W. Even with the new coaching staff that Washington has, I just don't think they have the offensive firepower to score against us or put up enough points where they can win that game. I think we win that game. I think both defenses will be improved. I think our defense will be improved with a revamped secondary, a strengthened defensive line, and the linebackers still need to be worked out. But I think we have enough that we can overcome the Washington Redskins. So I'd say we're 1-0 after that. Everybody, let me know what you think after that. First game, W. All right, what do you say, Pat?
Yeah. Well, first game, what I believe is going to happen is that we're going to show our much improved defense, and we're going to come out with this W. There's no explanation, no need to go into a whole detailed view of this game. It's going to be a W.
All right, so W. All right, let me see what some people are saying out there. Ricky Long is saying that's a W. Daphne Nicole, what's up, Daphne? She's saying that's a W. Ricky Long has us first 4 games. He has us going 3-1. Aaron says Thaddeus Moss breaks out. Okay, so I guess he's picking. Well, he just says Thaddeus Moss breaks out, so I don't know what his prediction is. Big up to y'all, grind.
He has
Carl,
to make
what's
the
up,
team,
Carl?
man.
Thanks a lot, man. We appreciate that. Neil says with our rookie QB as good as he is, just in case. Oh, big win. Our rookie quarterback better not see no parts of the field. I mean, I'm not going to say that because they might use him as a third down back or something. I don't know. They might have a package for him. I don't know. We'll see what the preseason brings. James says, yes, Washington's going to be tough. Alex Smith could be the greatest comeback story ever in sports. I don't. And if he is, you're right. If he steps foot on a field again, which I don't believe it'll be the beginning of this season, but if he ever steps foot on another field, that will be the greatest comeback story of all. If you've seen that special on him, oh my God, I don't even know why he's attempting to come back with as many surgeries as he has had on his leg, and as bad as it looked. You know what I'm saying? His leg looked like
that was
silly
terrible,
putty.
man.
Oh my goodness, it's horrible. But I don't think he's going to be the starter week 1. But if he does ever step on the field, and not as not as pity, not in the form of pity, but if he steps on the field having earned his way onto the field, that would be one of the greatest comeback stories of all time. But even with that, that's not going to happen week 1. At least I don't think so. And I think we come out of that game with a W. So 1-0 so far. Who's the second game against, Pat?
We played the Los Angeles Rams with their new jerseys. We played here in Philadelphia. We played at the Link.
Ooh, Los Angeles Rams. At home.
Well, can I just talk about this one real quick?
Go ahead.
Well, the Rams, they're not the team of 2 years ago. They've been decimated by players leaving for free agency. They spent a lot of money on these players. They put everything on that table when they went to the Super Bowl. They basically put all the money in front of them. And right now believe it or not, they're in a rebuilding phase. So I believe that we have the Rams number, and they're coming from the left coast to us. So I believe that's going to be a victory for us also.
And I agree also. They are revamping to a certain extent. They haven't gotten rid of Brandon Cooks. Have they? Have they gotten rid of him yet? I know they were trying to get rid of him.
Yes, he's gone. Brandon Cooks
he's
he's in Houston now.
Todd Gurley is gone. Yeah, that's right. He is in Houston. I'm sorry. Yeah. So Todd Gurley's gone. Brandon Cooks is gone. Yeah, I don't see that team having as much firepower as they had 2 seasons ago when they made the Super Bowl. They had like a 2-3 year run where they were very, very high octane. But last year they started to slow down and they got rid of some key pieces. And I don't know if they have adequately backfilled those pieces. So I think that they've lost some pieces on defense too. So I see us winning that game too at home, and we are very, very tough at home. So I see a win there. So I got us 2-0. Let me see what you guys are saying out there. Neil says LA Rams home opener. Oh my God, I say it will come down to a field goal. Aaron is saying that's 2-0. Toby says Eagles win. So everybody's most people are agreeing with us out there. So that's 2-0. 2-0 so far. And who do you say? Let's take a time because I said I think our secondary is going to be improved. So who do you say coming out of the training camp is going to be that secondary, that starting secondary? Who do you see, Pat?
That's a good question. With the guys that we have now, I know Slade's going to be our one starting corner. McLeod's going to be our free safety. It's going to be a change up. I believe Jalen Mills will take that position at strong safety. He has the ability to move around and play that strong corner at times, and do the same things almost Malcolm Jenkins couldn't do. He's not Malcolm Jenkins, but he can do some things that he can do. I think he's going to end up starting at the beginning of the season. That may change down the road depending on his play initially. And you want to know something?
Mm-hmm.
I believe what's going to happen, Nicole Roby-Cohen is going to be our nickel corner. I really believe that this year may be a year that Sidney Jones needs to step up, and he may challenge Avonte Maddox for that outside position. He has the length, he has the skills. He has the skills to be on that position because Avonte is like a joker. You could put him anywhere on the field, and he plays well. So I would rather have him playing like that third safety at times, fourth safety at times, or when we change up in our different formations, to have him on the outside because I don't think he fares well as an outside corner.
All right, and I agree with you. I think it's going to be just to make this short so we get in this quarter. I think it's going to be like you said. McLeod and Mills as safeties, and Robbie Coleman in the slot. Slay is definitely one outside corner, and the other outside corner, like I've been saying all offseason, I think you said you think Sidney Jones needs to step up this year. That's like no duh. He does need to step up, but I think he does. I think he does take that big step, and because if you look at his stats from last year, man, he had some rough stretches, but the overall year, he was he was highly rated with a very low quarterback rating when he was in the game against him. Quarterback completion percentage, let's put it that way. So he did make some key pass breakups late in the season, as you recall. And I think he just builds upon that, comes back with a lot of confidence, and actually shows why we chose him in the second round and why he was the top-rated cornerback up until his injury going into that draft. So I think that's going to be the secondary. All right, third game of the season. Let's
Yeah.
knock these two games out real quick so we can end this quarter.
Third game, we are playing the Cincinnati Bengals
All right, okay. We don't need to spend a lot
here
of time on
in
that.
Philly.
All right, so yeah, that's a W. All right,
That's a W.
rookie quarterback. They stuffed
Fourth game
last
is the
year.
San Francisco 49ers.
San Francisco 49ers. Now, that's a game that I'm going to have to say I'm going to have to agree with.
That's a challenge.
That's an L. Oh, where is that? That's in California?
At San Fran.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
San Fran.
I'm going to say that's an
At
L.
San Fran, yeah. You know, I believe they're actually going to be yes, they're going to be a test because they have outstanding defense, but the offense doesn't really do much. The offense leaves a lot on the table, and I think we can beat the 49ers to San Fran. So I'm going to say a W.
Okay, so you have us 4-0 after the first 4 games. I have us at 3-1. Let me know what you guys have us at. Nichelle is saying, hey, what's up? Jones has to stay healthy, Daphne says. Aaron laughing. And Ashante says, we can beat the 49ers. They lost their main defensive tackle. We not losing to Jimmy G. Asante says, week 4 is going to be an L. That's what Ricky Long says. Tony Barron says, we'll probably drop the Bengals, but then upset the Niners. Oh, all right. Well, so Tony has us getting
I
L,
did
but he
think
has
that
us,
initially, yeah.
has us dropping to the Bengals, and I can't see that. I just cannot see that happening, losing to the Bengals. But we have been that team in the past. I thought we changed that with Doug Peterson, but we've had our missteps. So you may be right. He may be right. But I'm going to say, sticking to my guns here, I'm going to say we're going to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. They're not ready yet, and that quarterback is not ready yet. And if we allow him to come and to beat us, that would be the equivalent of losing to the Miami Dolphins. Oh darn! I just brought up the fact that we lost to Miami. Dolphins.
Why you
All
doing
right, I'm
that,
sorry
man?
about that. All right, so we're
I'm about
going
to
to end
walk
this
you off the
quarter,
table.
man. This first quarter is over. You are watching Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook by Eagles fans for Eagles fans, and we are going to go. We like to talk about our favorite football team, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage. So, this week, all right, let me start the quarter first.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
All right, so this week I am partaking in the Crown Royale, and my partner is just drinking his Corona. That's all he's drinking. So you guys, please join me and don't let me drink alone. I don't want to do that. Please drink responsibly, and everybody should be drinking responsibly because there's no bars open or anything. You should be home. So if you're drinking, you should be home, and that's safe. You don't have to drive anywhere. You can just walk in and go to bed. All right, so let me get this poured. All right, let me know what you're drinking out there, and toast the Philadelphia Eagles with me. And here we go. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1. All right, so we are 3-1 going into the second quarter of the season. I got us the first 3 games are a win. Washington, Bengals, and who was the other team? Washington, Bengals, and the Rams. The Rams. I have us beating.
Washington,
and I have us
Bengals,
losing
and
to
Rams.
the San Francisco 49ers. All right, the 5th game is Pittsburgh. I know that because I'm going to Pittsburgh. I don't know if we're going to have a show that week because not only am I
Really?
going, 2/3 of the crew is going. Well, Shell said we got an extra ticket. He said he's going to go. So me and Shell are going to be in Pittsburgh. So
how's Shell going to go? Wait a minute.
he had
Wait a
ticket left.
minute.
Derek had a ticket left, and we were talking to Shell, and he said he was going to get it. It's not Esther Stone.
Shell not even here for the show.
I know.
It's all good. It's all good.
First come, first serve. If you get the ticket, but myself and our producer Mark will be there. We are going to be there. So, but anyhow, we play the Pittsburgh Steelers, 5th game of the season, And I'm going to say, even though that's a tough place to go play, and even though Mike Tomlin, frat brother, even though Mike Tomlin probably did perhaps his best job of coaching last year with a depleted team, I still say that we go in there and we find a way to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. And I think it's going to be I think that game against the 49ers is going to be that pivotal game early in the season that gets us on that roll that we had, similar to when we won the Super Bowl in 2017. And the game in 2017 was actually week 2. Or no, I think it may have been the 61-yard field goal against the Giants that really kickstarted our season. But
I think that was the kickstart. Yeah,
that was the kickstart. But I think
that was
what
the
lit the
Kickstarter
fire
right
was the loss the previous week to the Kansas City Chiefs, because that was a winnable game and we lost that. And then I think they really bared down. That's when Dougie P started going to the run, because he had only run the ball very, very few times against Kansas City. He realized, and he improved on that in a Giants game. And after that 61-yard field goal, we went on the run. I think that 49ers game is going to be that for us this upcoming season, and we go into Pittsburgh focused and ready, and we steal a game from the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I have us at 4-1 after 5 games.
Believe it or not, going into this game, I have us at 4-0. Coming back from San Fran, we're gonna play a hard-fought game. The guys are gonna be tired. They're gonna try to get refocused for this Steelers team. Javon Hargrove is going to be wanting to get his former team back, but something about us playing in Pittsburgh doesn't always gel well with this team. And I believe what's going to happen is it's going to be a letdown game for us, and this is going to be one of those games where it's going to be a hard-fought game, but we don't have no energy. We don't have no energy coming back from San Fran, and I think we lose this one.
Ha! You'll have no energy because, like your fiance said in the chat room, you'll be a newlywed, so you won't have energy. But don't put Jack, you not having energy, on my football team. My football team is going to have energy, okay? And we're going to win that game.
Hey, man, you just said that about San Fran, going to San Fran. I just reversed it. I said the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And we're going to redeem ourselves in Pittsburgh. Let me see what they're saying out there. First, Aaron says he's going to see me there, bro. Yo, make sure you do, Aaron. I want to see you guys. We're going to tailgate. We're going to get up there early enough to walk around the parking lot, walk around the tailgates. So hopefully we can bump into you there. T.B. Brantley says we win in the Battle of Pennsylvania. I'm with you. That's Stephanie says you'll be a newlywed, Patrick. So you'll be a newlywed by then. So you might be low energy, but we are not. Okay. So Asante Robinson says we lose it to the Steelers.
I'll be good.
Though T.J. Watt is a tough cover. Everett says the Eagles' defense will be number 1 in the NFL with all that happened in the offseason, and the wide receiver speed added should be number 1 offense too. That would be great. Toby Cooper says Steelers play the Titans and the Titans at the Titans. They may be banged up. Hopefully so. And I think that's a divisional game for them, right? So they'll be coming off a divisional game. Neil says that's going to be a knockdown, drag-out game. He agrees with you, Pat. Too tough to call. I say the Birds in OT. All right, Neil, well, you agree with me. Everett says the Eagles have 4 monster defensive tackles. That's what I'm talking about. That's right, Everett. Don't remind this fool here. Eagles lose. Pitt won't lose 2 in a row. Aaron says Aaron has us 5-0 after that. Neil says we win by a touchdown. Toby says the Birds lose to the Ravens. All right, so it'll be close. Corey's in there. Corey, what's up, Corey? I saw your picture on Mother's Day. Corey, our resident Black Adam Schefter, I saw his Mother's Day picture, and what a conundrum. He had on a Eagles jersey. Remind me, Corey, what did your mom have on? I know your brother had on a Vikings jersey. I think your mom had on a 49ers jersey. What was it like in that household growing up with those 3 teams? Wow, what incredible. But Corey joins us. So I have us at 4-1. What's the next game, Pat?
Mm-hmm. We will play the Baltimore Ravens at Lincoln Financial Field.
Woo! Baltimore Ravens at Lincoln Financial Field. Whoa. That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, listen, that's going to be a tough game. That's gonna be a tough game. They're coming off one of the best seasons, the MVP. We don't do well with running quarterbacks. Um, we're gonna play them tough. We're gonna play them probably tougher than we ever seen our team ever play a team with a running quarterback. At the end of the day, I think we lose this game too. I think we go on a 2-game losing streak.
Oh, I got us. Oh, I have to agree with you on that one. I think that's. I don't know if we're ready for that. That would be a surprise for me. The reigning league MVP comes in here, and he is dynamic. He's very dynamic, and they do a lot with him, and they do a lot of creative things on that offense, and their defense is they're not shabby at all. So I'm gonna go with the L there too. One of the few losses that we have at home.
I want to say this though. I mean, yeah, if you look at your team, if you look at all these teams around the league, with our defensive backs, if they can gel and get together with this shortened off season that we have, I mean, we can play with these guys. It depends on, the training camp that we have. How they ball out together, how they gel together, how they come together. That's the only thing that's holding us back, man.
All right, so I have us at 4-2. You have it 4-2. Home field advantage. Everett says home field advantage. I think we can contain Lamar. We win the game. TB says he gives us the win. Okay, all right. So I have us at 4-2 after 6 games. What's the next game, Pat?
The next game will be versus the New York Football Giants.
Okay, well, we don't need to spend a lot of time on that. I don't mean to overlook them, but I just I don't mean to do that. I know they're a professional football team, and I know they're a division rival, and we had some knockdown dragouts with them last year, even though they weren't that good. So I know it's going to be a battle because it's an NFC East game. But with that being said, I still think we have more firepower than them. They're bringing in a new coach that I'm really not familiar with. I'm familiar with the other 2 coaches. That being said, we got 3 new coaches in the NFC East next year. So
we got a leg up.
They've got
a leg up on the NFC East right now.
And then you look at with what's going on with this pandemic. We don't have the normal off-season program. So these teams are going to be at a disadvantage as compared to us. We'll probably be instituting some new offensive plays, but basically our offense and defense playbook is going to be the same. So it's not going to be like we're changing schemes and our people outside of the newcomers have to learn a new system. Most of the people here know this system, so that's going to be an advantage for us. The other 3 teams have new coaches, a new scheme coming in, and we have a chaotic offseason as far as training camp and stuff like that going on. So I think they're going to be at a disadvantage, and we're going to have advantage in that area. So the Giants were horrible last year. I don't think they get it together this year, and I think we win that game. I'm not going to say it's easy, but I think we win that game. So I have us at 5-2. What do you think?
I agree with you. Like I said, you don't need to talk about that much. For some reason, we always beat the Giants, even though Saquon Barkley might have an outstanding game against us. They do bring in some good wide receivers to share. But I still think, with all that being said, like you just said, these new coaches that they're bringing in, we have a leg up against the guys. So therefore, I still give us a W over the Giants early in the season.
All right, so that's 5-2. What's the next game, Pat?
This game is another NFC East battle against the Dallas Cowgirls. Sunday night game.
All right, Dallas Cowboys at where?
We're going to be at Lincoln Financial Field.
Oh, Lincoln Financial Field. Oh, wow. All right, so I think that's a W for us. I think we get them. We get them at home. So I take that as I take that. I take that. We beat them at home.
I agree with you. They're riding high off. they're riding high off their draft selections, and they're going to feel as though they're going to be invincible, and they're going to stumble the first half of the season, just gelling together. Uh, I like CD Lamb, but it's always depends on the system that you go to, how good or how great you can be. And a lot of times when you go to a system not conducive for the way you play, the style you play, sometimes that could be a detriment to the team. Don't get me wrong, going there, CD Lamb might thrive, he might not. But right now they're sitting on cloud nine. They don't get the bubble burst in the first half of the season.
All right, so we have them both. We have different losses at different times, but I think we are caught up with our records being identical at 6-2 at the halfway point, and that, excuse me, that is the halfway point of our show also. So that's the end of the second quarter, and we're going to start the third quarter. And you guys need to be reminded that you are watching Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook by Eagles fans, by us fans, not journalists or anything like that, for you guys who are Eagles fans. And we'd like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, as we enjoy our favorite adult beverage. This week, I am partaking in the Crown Royale. My partner here is not. So he is drinking Corona. Yeah. So you guys,
I got a mixed concoction that I can drink, but I'm not going to drink it on air.
For all of the regulars out there, you know how we do. So make sure you raise your cup and join me. So let's start.
You're now listening to the third quarter.
All right, so here we go. Down the hatch, everyone. 3, 2, 1. Now, second half of the season, and who is
right back into the NFC East?
Right back into the NFC East.
Right back in the NFC East. We will be at the New York Football Giants. They want revenge.
Oh, New York Football Giants. I'm feeling very confident that we will be sweeping the Giants. So I'm going to say yes, we win that game again. We win against the New York Giants. Not easy, but I think we win.
I agree with you. There's nothing more to say about that. I mean, it's the same thing that we said earlier about the Giants. They're coming with a new football coach, head coach, some new players. They just got one of their corners is getting locked up. We didn't even talk about that, but I think we do win this game.
All right,
we're focused.
All right, so you're with me on that one. So, all right, okay, so we are now 7-2 now. 7-2. Let me go to some comments and see what they're saying out there. Let me go back. Now, Asante says we win a close game against Dallas. Everett says Dallas drafted Lamb as a wide receiver. Lamb is just a receiver. Rager is a wide receiver, running back, and punt returner. Asante says CD Lamb will be there. Dez Bryant. I don't know about that. I agree. Neil says I don't know who he's agreeing with. Neil is drinking Fireball. What's up, Neil? B Dizzle is now watching. What's up, B Dizzle? Welcome. BJ is he's watching. Neil says sorry we lose that one. TB says they ain't beat us in years. Eagles have dominated the NFC East since 1996. So that's what they're saying in the room there. So I got us at 7-2. You have us at 7-2. And the next game is
the Cleveland Browns. And we will be in Cleveland for that game.
In Cleveland. Cleveland had a pretty good draft there. They actually I predicted them making the playoffs last year. Not good coaching at all, and because of that coaching, they fell way short. I think they are going to meet that expectation that I have of them last year, this year. A lot of good draft picks, a lot of high talent on that on that team because they've been drafting so high for so long. And I think they have a nice coach now. On the road, Baker Mayfield, a lot of weapons, some offensive line help. Ooh,
They got 4 tight ends.
4 tight ends. They added Hooper. Can they incorporate them? What's the defense going to look like? Oh, man, that's going to be a tough one, man. Up in Cleveland. Whew. I'm going to say, I don't know. I'm going to let you say.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Sometimes during the season, we've been focused going forward. But I think this is going to be one of those games. It's going to be a letdown game. We're going to be so high coming off the Giants, thinking that we're invincible, and we're going to get a focused, determined Cleveland Browns team that's going to surprise us in the beginning, and we're going to be, playing like we did against the Dolphins, trying chasing points, and we're going to end up losing that game. I think we lose that game.
All right, okay. You think we lose that game? I'm gonna have to agree with you.
Yes.
On the surface, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think they are much improved.
On the surface.
I mean, because all this is pretty early determination of a record because the rosters are not set. Although they're probably I would probably say about 90% set. There's still a little room for some more roster changes to be made. Well, we know we got to cut some people before we come out of training camp, but there may be a couple late off-season pickups. Like they've been talking about Jason Peters may be picked up. Clowney is still a free agent out there, so this roster may not be done. But with the way it's constructed today, and looking at Cleveland, and like I said, I had them. Predicted a little better than last year. They didn't live up to that expectation because of coaching. I think they're going to be better this year. I'm going to give them the nod on this one. They're home. They're much improved, and by this point, they may have some momentum going. Hopefully, we'll have some momentum going also. But still, it is a road game, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say, okay, that's a loss for us. All right, so I have us at 7-3 now. You have us at 7-3.
Yep, we both at 7-3.
7-3. What is the next game?
The next game is a revenge game against the Seattle Seahawks, and it's here in Philadelphia.
It's in here, Philadelphia? I thought it was in
It's
Seattle.
a Monday night football game. Yep.
All right, this one
Yep,
is the
it's here.
one I say we get this
For the
one.
past 3 years, yeah.
We get this one. I say we
Yes,
get this one.
I agree with you.
Carson
I
Wentz
totally
is
agree with
healthy. We have been losing. We have lost to them like 3 years in a row, right? So far, since I don't think we beat them since Doug Peterson's been our coach, and we played them like maybe every year.
Peterson haven't beat Pete Carroll.
No, he hasn't
They
beat them yet.
haven't won a game against Pete Carroll.
I think this is the year that we finally get over the hump. I think we come off that loss against Cleveland.
Yes.
We come home, primetime game. Doug, now with our healthy quarterback that we didn't have in the playoffs last year, I think this is a statement game, and we redeem ourselves. Revenge game. We get the revenge. We win that game. 8-3.
You know what? Like I said before, it's a revenge game. Carson Wentz wants to come out there and show people that, you know what, this team has gotten the better of me since I've been an Eagle. I think he comes out here and be dominant and show you why he's a top quarterback in this league. And we definitely going to dominate. I believe we will dominate this game.
All right, so you agree with me. We are 8-3.
W for the Eagles.
Let me go to some comments out here. Neil says, not a big scoring game, but we win by 2. That's his pick. Asante Samuel says, hate to admit it, that's a L. He has us at 8-4, so, well, he has at 8-4. Daphne says, I agree with the win against Seattle. Asante, we not winning the Seattle game either. We can never beat Russell Wilson or Pete Carroll. Well, we're going to beat him this time, Asante. Mark my words. If we don't beat them, then I'm not the Dark Knight. Believe that. We beating them. All right, so 12th game of the season. Let's get this out the way. 12th game of the season.
We're the 13th game of the season. So right,
Well, wait a
we're
minute.
gonna be at Green
We
Bay.
had 13.
At
Wait. Stop. I need
Green
to end
Bay.
the quarter then. I missed the game. I thought we were at 8-3. We're at what? 9-3.
Yeah, you've got the bye week.
Oh, so this
Bye
is
was week 9.
was week 9. So, what game have we just predicted? That Seattle game is the 12th game.
That was the 12th week. Yes.
12th week. I mean, game wise, what game was it?
Oh, the 11th game.
All right, okay. So
11th total
we're
game.
doing it by 4. So we got to do one more game, and then we'll end that quarter. So the next game is our 12th game.
Well, and we at the Green Bay Packers.
We're at the Green Bay Packers. I think we, as tough as it was, and we almost lost that game, but it was a good game this year. We almost lost that game. We probably would have lost that game had it not been for Davante Adams getting hurt. But it was still a big win. We came in there after looking so horribly the week before. We came in there and we played probably one of the best games of our season. Offensively, our offense really showed up, and they matched Green Bay. And defense kind of was they were getting beat up until Davante.
They was getting torched. Don't sugarcoat it. They was getting torched.
Yeah, they were
getting
getting torched until
That's
he
when
got
we found
hurt,
out
and that probably
Davante
saved
Madden
us.
can't play outside.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that
he
did
got
save
hurt.
us.
That saved us, and we pulled out that win. This year, I think we have better secondary coverage. I don't think Adams does to us what he did to us last year with our improved secondary play, our improved secondary talent, and I point to the secondary because I think our talent is improved, and I think that our coaching of that talent is improved also. I always blamed it on scheme. The previous years, those guys might have been a little bit better than what we gave them credit for, what we saw, but the philosophy or the scheme that they played, I don't think fit the talent that we had. So I think our new defensive backs coach is going to team with Schwartz and allow these guys to play a little more aggressively. Slay, that's all he does. He plays aggressive. He's a one-on-one lockdown corner. So
Yeah.
you can't take him out of what he does best and make him a 10 yards, 15 yards off the ball type of guy. Let him play aggressively and let these other guys, Coleman is also aggressive corner. Let these guys do what they do best. And I think with that improved secondary play, we kind of neutralize Aaron Rodgers to a certain extent, and I think we get that W. So I have us at 9-3 at 3/4 away through the season. What do you have?
We beat them last year with a terrible secondary. Our defense is, like you said, they was getting up first downs, touchdowns, left and right. Avante Maddox got cooked, and he got exposed, and he got injured.
And like somebody said on here,
so I
he got
think
sauteed.
With that being sauteed. With that being said, we're gonna come into this game with a much improved secondary. We've got a corner who can be a shutdown corner. I'm not saying he's a shutdown corner. We haven't seen a lot of shutdown corners in this league. I think the last one that's been a shutdown was Revis Island was the last shutdown corner in his league. But he has the ability to neutralize Adams. With that being said, I mean, we put up points with the guys that we had. So I think we go in there with the guys that we have now and dominate this game. Aaron Rodgers don't want to be there no more. As they drafted the quarterback, he said, you know what? You drafted my successor, I'm gone. I'm throwing the ball like Brett Favre, my eyes closed. So I really think that we go in there and dominate this game.
All right, so that's the end of the third quarter. Let's get ready to fourth quarter. Let me remind you guys, you're watching Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. We like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage as we do that in the form of shots. And this week, I am partaking in the Crown Royale, and my partner here is not. So Let me know what you're drinking out there as we
Corona.
begin this fourth quarter.
You're now listening to the fourth quarter.
Did I click that? Okay. All right. So, here we go. Oh, darn. I didn't pour the drink. Let me pour the drink. Okay, here we go. Let me know what you're drinking out there. And here we go down the hatch. Last quarter of the season. So far, I have us at 9-3. Pat has us 9-3. And you guys let me know after 12 games, what do you see this Eagles record being? Let me know in the comments. Down the hatch, 3, 2, 1. All right, so what's that 13th game, Pat?
Now it gets real. Now it gets real.
It gets really real.
The 13th game is the Saints here
Wow.
in Philly. Yeah.
The Saints
It gets real.
here in Philly.
I got
There's been some smack talk just this week about. I read something about that they're still talking smack about when we won our Super Bowl. They are still talking about they would have beat us had they made it to the game with us that year.
Kamara said, yeah.
He is still
Kamara
talking
said
smack.
we would beat they ass.
And now,
He said they would beat our ass if they made it. I'm like, how you gonna say that and you lost against the freaking Vikings? Come on now. You got the same blown out treatment like the Vikings did, but maybe even worse.
well, guess what? We're going to have an opportunity to put everything on the line, and Kamara's going to get a chance to prove himself, and we're going to get a chance to face our old friend Malcolm Jenkins, who has returned to the New Orleans Saints. Someone who I really miss. I mean, we haven't even played the season. I miss him. I miss him being on this team because he was such a leader during that Super Bowl run and during his whole 6 years. He played 6 years here. His whole 6 years here, he was just tremendous.
He played a good time here.
Yeah, he played a good role, and he was the one Eagle who was not homegrown. That he came in here and he became like a homegrown Eagle. That's the mentality. He embodied what the Eagles were, and he wasn't drafted here. And I thought that was amazing. I still have love for Malcolm Jenkins, and good luck to him, except that week. That week, no luck to him. And I'm going to say we avenge another team that we don't normally, we haven't had success with the past few seasons. I think we redeem ourselves again against this New Orleans Saints team. I may be drunk, but that's what I believe right now. We win this game at home against the New Orleans Saints. We win this game. You guys, let me know what you think out there. Pat, what do you think?
You know what? Again, I go back to this. Carson Wentz got something to prove. Miles Sanders has something to prove. Jason Kelsey has something to prove. Lane Johnson has something to prove. Then you switch around to the defense. Fletcher Cox is going to have a say. Malik Jackson is going to have a say. Javon Hargrave is going to have a say. Brandon Graham is going to have a say. Even Derek Barnett's going to have a say about what's going on in this game. I believe they're going to come to a hostile Philadelphia and realize, you know what? I don't think we could have won here. And they're going to get their kicked. I think we go ahead and ball out and win this game.
All right, so with that being said, the comments, people in the room are saying, Toby Cooper says, loss, the Saints at home, Malcolm, no bad words for Philly, but had something to prove. Sissy, too, what's up, Sissy? What's good, fam? She says, Everett says, laugh out loud, Corona. That's nice. Neil says 8-3. Toby says 8-4. Everett says Eagles 19-0. Neil says, wow, that's a hard one. Dennis Holmes says, we beat the Saints on week 13. It comes to OT and then let the game begin again. BJ King Mitchell says, they're going to take advantage of Malcolm Jenkins. How? Toby Cooper says lose
He's
to
a
the
coverage
Cardinals.
liability.
Oh, coverage liability. That's a hard one, but I'm riding with my birds. I'm riding with my birds too. MJ all day, but not that game. That's what Neil says. Willie T says W. I agree with that. Jenkins is a coverage liability, though. Let's not forget that. So, we got some speed coming up now. Maybe we can take advantage of Malcolm Jenkins. We got Rager, and hopefully, these guys stay healthy. But we'll be having Rager and Deshaun Jackson coming in there. We got a lot faster on offense, and I can't wait to see how Doug utilizes this bunch of receivers he's had, and who even makes the cut, because that's going to be key too. Whoever is dressing week to week is going to be key. Dawkins was
I looked
better
at
than
that,
Jenkins.
man. It's crazy.
I'm sorry.
Oh yes, that's no
Definitely
question.
Dawkins was better than Jenkins. We know that.
That's no question.
We can beat the Saints. Tyreek
We're not
says,
arguing that at all.
hopefully the D-line stay healthy and we don't need those D-backs making plays. Hopefully we always talk about how the D-backs and the defensive line go hand in hand. And I think finally out of all the years that Doug Peterson has been here, I think we have the right combination of defensive linemen and secondary now that they very much can complement each other. Meaning, in the past we kind of needed the defensive line to be getting pressure constantly to kind of cover up some of the shortcomings of the secondary. This time, or with this group, I'm foreseeing that the secondary is going to be able to pick up some of the slack when the defensive line doesn't get there. Meaning, if they don't get there in record time, that the secondaries are going to be able to hold their own a little longer than they were able to in previous years. So I think now we have a perfect complement of secondary with the defensive line, and I think if we can get anything out of the linebackers, we have some speed at linebacker now too. I think this defense can be scary, and I just believe we'll beat the Saints.
I agree with you. Like I said, it's something about them talking. How they talk like they world beaters. This Saints team haven't won anything, and we want to keep it like that.
And we are. So believe that. So I have us so far. What game was that? That's the 13th game?
13th game.
All right, so that's
10-3.
10-3. 10-3. All right, who's up next? That was a home game too, so
across
we
the
were just
board.
home.
So we were just home. So we go back across the country, go to Arizona.
Arizona. Ooh. Arizona.
Play the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, they have Hopkins now. They have an offensive weapon there, but I don't know if Kyler Murray is ready for that. I don't know if Kyler Murray is that guy yet. He didn't light anything on fire last year. He showed some signs of being capable or whatever, but it's going to be very dependent on how he progresses from year 1 to year 2. He does have a very prominent weapon, a couple of weapons. Even the old man Larry Fitzgerald is still a threat, and he's not even going to be on the outside. He might be a slot receiver by the time this season comes up, and he's still dangerous in that slot position. But Hopkins, as we all know, is a top 3 receiver in the league. Some might even say he's the best receiver in the league. So he got a bright, shiny new toy, Kyler Murray that is, to be able to throw to. I think that's going to be tough, but I don't know if their defense is up to the task of what the offense may be. And the offense may be that. There's no telling whether Kyler Murray is going to be a Deshaun Jackson, so to speak, and he's going to be able to take advantage of a Hopkins like that. I don't know. We don't know yet. It's just so early in his career, and I haven't seen. It wasn't like he didn't have a first year like Patrick Mahomes had when he came in. He didn't have anything like that. He has some things that show you that he may have potential, but it wasn't overwhelming like Mahomes. When Mahomes played his first year, you knew that he was something special. I didn't see that per se in Kyler Murray. I saw him having potential, but you didn't look at his season, his rookie year, and be like, oh, he's just going to be the bomb. No, there were some pluses, there were some minuses. So, with that being said, I think we go up to Arizona And what's that? That's on a full day. I mean, a full week's rest, right? It's not a Thursday night game, Monday night game, or anything like
It's
that.
a full week's rest. Yes, it's a
Full
full
week's rest. I think we go up to Arizona. We take care of Kyler Murray. We take care of Kyler Murray, and I might be.
You know what? That might be a game where I'm looking at it, and we just played our hearts out against the Saints, and we're gonna go against the Cardinals, and we're gonna end up losing that game. It's gonna be another like a trap game, like early in the season. So I really believe that we're gonna fly to Arizona with all the intentions to win the game, but somehow, some way, Larry Fitzgerald gets it done. You got Larry Fitzgerald, you got DeAnthony Hopkins, like you got the new kid Isaiah Simmons rushing out the outside. For some reason, I have a feeling that they're gonna end up winning this game by either a field goal or by like 5 points, and we can't get it done.
Pat got soft for me. If Shell was here, Shell would have us right now. Shell would have us at 14-0. I know he would. He probably have us at like 14-0, 13-1. And I'm taking Shell's place. I have us at what, 10-3 right now, right? I have us at 10-3. People are looking.
You got it 11-3.
11-3. I got
11-3.
We only got 2 more games. 2 more games left. Okay, 11-3. Wow.
Yep.
All right.
Two more
I
games.
want to stand firm on mine. I don't care. I'm standing firm on what I said. The year we won the Super Bowl, I had us at 13-3, and we finished at 13-3. So I'm gonna stand tall. All right. So 11-3 so far. What's the next game, Pat?
Next game is a very important game. It's for the division. We'll be in Dallas. Take on the Cowgirls.
I'll give us an L. I'm not even going to expand on it. I don't think we sweep Dallas this year. We have to lose a game to them. I'm just saying from the door it's going to be a split. So it can be flip flop. Maybe we lose at home and win down there, but I don't think we sweep them this year. And if we do, I think it'll be a miracle.
You give us an L.
I'll give us an L at Dallas just because I believe we're going to split. Dallas had a great draft. Don't get me wrong. As much as I hate to admit, as much as I hate them, and I hate to admit it, the Cow Turds had a pretty good draft. The only advantage we have over them, like I said earlier, is they are learning a new system, a new coaching staff, and with this environment, this pandemic going on, it doesn't bode well for them to be able to absorb everything. But by then, we're talking about late in the season. So hopefully they never absorb it. But by then, I foresee them having absorbed most of the new system. And because it's a divisional game, I see them coming out and being at home. They get that win. So I'll say that. So they win that game to me.
I think we're gonna come into this game. Boasting a top-notch defense. Offense going to be moving the ball with Miles Sanders, with a healthy Deshaun Jackson, and a Zach Ertz leading the way at receptions for the Eagles, like always. I think it's a buzzkill right now because you know what? We lost against the Cardinals and we could have won that game. They're going to come in here with something to prove. They're going to stay over in Arizona and get their practice together. Then after that game, they're going to stay in Arizona. Then they're going to go right to Dallas. So there's no mental jet lag. It's none of that. They're going to be focused on this game and they're going to come out from the beginning. Because you know what? Dallas always beats us down there, man. And I'm tired of it. And I think they are too.
All right. Well,
it's coming out
not
with
going to happen.
W.
You need something to drink. You need something to drink so you can get on the same wave.
I do, man. I need something to drink.
You're tripping
man.
right now. You tripping.
I am. We 11-4 together though. We 11-4 together. We didn't get
12 and
we got to the same result.
Well, I got
different thing.
What was that? I got us at 11-4.
11-4. 11-4.
I got us 11-4. All right, so we both at 11-4 right now. Let me go to some comments here. We can beat the Saints. Tarif Henry says, hopefully the D-line stay healthy and we don't need those D-backs making plays. Asante says, wait, I just realized the Saints got Emmanuel Sanders. I don't care. Asante, shake my hand. That's an L for us. Toby Cooper says, run the table and win the last 2 games. 10-6, get in the playoffs, wild card. Tarif says, right. Toby says, Birds will be scariest team to beat in the playoffs. Who's Kamara back up? Arizona has Hopkins. Toby says defense and secondary will be much improved. Was our weakest point last year. I agree with that. Tyreef's true, but if you get to the QB, offense can't move the ball. I agree with that. Let me come down. Key for the Eagles this year will be the D. If the defense can play this year, yeah, you're right, Toby. Everett said Dak may not play. Well, that'd be a real big game changer if Dak doesn't play. Dennis says, I'm going to that Dallas game. We better win that one. No, we're not going to win that. Side note, boys played 49ers the week before. Oh, wow. That's big right there, Toby. That's something that I didn't know. So that may play a part. But it may play a part and prove what I'm saying, because if they played the 49ers the week before, especially if they play in San Fran, that's probably going to be an L for them. So they're going to come back home after taking the L to San Fran, and they're going to be home in prime time. Is that a prime time game for us? They're going to be home against us, a division rivalry. And
that will be a 425 game.
Oh, still may be a national game, though, at 425.
They're probably going to flex it out, though.
Yeah. So,
yeah, they might flex it out.
All right, so Anthony says, y'all should connect with me. I run a group in WA State. Yeah, get with us, Anthony. We share to all groups. We love Eagles groups, man. So I have us at, what I have us at so far? 11-4.
Send us a DM, man. Send us a DM.
11,
yeah, we had 11-4.
Yeah, all right, 11-4. Last game of the season is against
Washington and Redskins here in Philly.
All right, we win that. 11-4. All right, so 12-4. I got us at 12-4. 12-4, we win that. Not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's at home.
I think we lose that game
because with
we're
the
going
new
already
format,
have the playoffs locked up and
hear me out. With this new format,
you're
it's
right.
not going to be locked up.
You're right. You're right.
It's a new format, so we may still be playing for a first round bye. Hopefully, at 11-4, hopefully we're still in the mix for the only bye that's in the conference. And if that's the case, then we're going to be playing. So there's not going to be any rest at 11-4. I'm saying if everything falls in line with what I'm predicting, and we are in fact 11-4, we should probably still be in contention. Now, if the only way, if at 11-4 we're not in contention for a bye, then maybe we are resting some people and we're getting ready for the playoffs. But if we are in, there's a new format this year. They added another team. There's only going to be one bye per conference. So hopefully everybody's going to be playing their starters deeper into the season because of this new format here. Because people are going to be trying to get that one bye that's available in each conference, and we know through history that bye is key. It used to be 2 byes, but there's only going to be one bye.
That bye is golden.
Yeah, that bye is golden. We know how many people have made it to the Super Bowl because of that bye. So that bye is going to be golden. And because of that, I say we are still competing hard and we're still playing our starters. So that week we are playing hard and we're playing our starters, and we beat the Giants the Redskins, because we need to beat them.
With that being said, that actually changed my mindset on the game, because I totally forgot about that. I forgot that they actually changed the format of playoffs, and you get one bye team per league, per conference. And I like you just said, I think we actually go in there and we play our starters and we play hard. We play to win the game. So I do think we come out with a victory and come out this season at 12-4.
All right, 12-4. So there you got it. We're on the record. We're going to go back when the season over, and we can replay this, and we can say, like I did during the Super Bowl year, and I can go back
9-7.
And say, I know, right? We might go 9-7. But if we do go 12-4, I can come back and brag, because I did during the Super Bowl year. I bragged a lot about being right on our regular season picks, and I picked us to be 13-3. We were 13-3, and we went to the Super Bowl. We can talk about next year whether we think we have a legitimate shot to win the Super Bowl and make the playoffs and the such. We can talk about that next week. Let me go to a couple comments before we get out of here. So Anthony says, if healthy, we finish 11-5. So he's only a game off from me. Toby Cooper has us at 10-6. He's 2 games off of where I am. Anthony says, DM the page. I could only follow and like the page. Okay. All right. Everett says, win division. We get home game in the playoffs. At Dallas against the 49ers. Charles Wiggin is watching. Y'all should connect. Okay. All right. So, you guys, thank you for watching, man. Please, here's your takeaway from this program right here as Pat starts to pixelate here. Your takeaway here is to he's pixelating here. Your takeaway is to go to our YouTube channel. If you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Even if you're watching us on Facebook, please hit the follow button on Facebook so we won't have to do so much sharing to the groups. You can just get notified when we come on live, because we come on live and I share to a lot of groups, but that's becoming cumbersome. So if you just follow the page, you will get the notification and you won't have to rely on, because sometimes technical difficulties prevent us from being able to share to each group. And I want you guys to be informed on when we come on. So please just follow our page if you're on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, just click the subscribe button and you'll be notified when we go live. And if you missed this program live, please come back and give us the necessary time. Look at the program long as it takes to give us a watch or a like or whatever. Help us out. We're just trying to improve our coverage here and continue to bring you the entertainment that you guys enjoy. We're for the people, by the people, so support Eagles Talk. We love you guys out there. We're getting out of here. Pat is all pixelated up, so I'm about to cut him off because he all pixelated up. He pixelated up. So look, this is the dark.
We go live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Smash him up, crack that fool. Quarterback whack, yo, sack that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Wind too swift, can't catch these dudes. Hit him, 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 hit him. Listen, it's Eagles Talk. Let's talk Eagles. Philly bleed green is from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly.